and welcome to my today's persuasive speech about a healthy lifestyle and exercising. But before we get started, I would like to tell you a little story. A story a little bit out of my life. When I was younger, I used to be on a sports school, which meant I had to do every single day sports, morning, evening, whatever. And then I moved here, and I found this place called Domino's. To be more specific, a thin crust pizza. Oh damn, that is really good, you know? And I started eating it quite a lot. And all of a sudden, I was looking like this. I was like, God damn, how did that happen? And fast forward a little bit, I got the opportunity to dance for a festival. And I was like, yeah, that sounds pretty good, I'm gonna do that. So I showed up to that interview and like talking, and this guy lifts up my shirt and he's like, you know, looking like that, that's not gonna work, bro. So I decided, okay, I need to change something. So I started applying for a gym so I could use their resources and learn about how to live a healthy lifestyle and how to better myself. So going fast forward a little bit more, I've been living now a healthy lifestyle for 2.5 years, almost 3, and that's some more recent pictures. And let's get into this. But so what I want to tell you about today is exercising, living a healthy lifestyle will increase your overall well-being and happiness. But only because I'm working out and eating good doesn't make me credible. I know that. But for the last 2 years, I was able to work as a trainer all around the world and collect knowledge from those trainers to kind of create my own training style, my own teaching style, and helping people out. So today, I want to talk with you about what are the most common excuses people have to not go to the gym, and including also what are bad things of like not exercising, like how can it negatively affect you. Then going on, are there traps that many people try, like a first step into a healthy lifestyle and why they fail, and then give you some of my own solutions on how to start a healthy lifestyle. So let's start with the most common excuses people cannot go to the gym. When I was researching, I heard all kinds of things. I read also working in a gym, I heard it's too expensive, I don't know how to, I don't have the motivation, I feel uncomfortable. I even read online, I don't like to sweat. I was like, okay, no, I get it. That's something. But what was crazy for me to see, and that's what I want to show you today, is it's a statistic. The National Center for Disease Control and Prevention surveyed more than 200,000 people, and they found out only 22.9% of the Americans live an active lifestyle. Here you can see by state, let's say like Florida, as 21% of the people living there are active. And what does active mean? It would be 75 minutes of exercise a week. And it's crazy, like only 21% of this whole state is working out, 75 minutes a week. Then I did some more research and I found out not exercising, not even for 75 minutes, actually has negative health, can negatively affect your health. A professor from the University in Bethlehem and New York Times bestseller mentioned some of the risks of not working out, and I would like to read out to you. You may find it hard to get a good night of sleep. You may develop high blood pressure, develop heart diseases, memories fades more easily, you destroy your endurance, you increase the risk for certain cancers, your bones become brittle, you may become depressed, or, which is kind of obvious, you're likely to gain weight. Which brings me to my next point of today. This would be, many solutions have been attempted, but why are they failing? It's because of stuff like this. And now, you see this looks sweet. And then we see beach ready in 60 days. I'm like, hell yeah, I want to be beach ready in 60 days. And I get filling arms by summer, that sounds awesome. The problem is, you get a program from those websites and you expect in 6 weeks to look awesome. But even this guy, who's a former men's health journalist and the cover model of 2017 is saying, changing lifestyle, it's a dramatic change in your lifestyle. It's not just 6 weeks. And at this point, I would like to think about one of my former clients. His name was Niall. He came up to me and he's like, man, I've been working on for so long, I've been trying so many different programs, but nothing is working. And I was like, what are you doing? He's like, yeah, I'm doing this like 12-week program. And I'm like, okay, now the problem here is you're doing something for 12 weeks. It's not about changing your habit for a little bit, it's about changing your lifestyle. You need to get that mentality down. It brings me to my next problem, the diet. So many people trying to get into a healthy lifestyle, the first step would be a workout plan. No, that didn't work, so let's switch up our diet. There's the next mistake, because you get a like generic diet program out of the internet. But the problem with those things is you kind of feel like it, you know? The thing is, those diets, they have been not created for you. So there are maybe things on there you don't like. There are maybe things you're allergic to. So in a span of a couple of weeks here, you maybe stick to it, but then again, it's not about for a little bit, it's about changing your lifestyle. And what I found really cool to see is Janet Thompson. She's a former UCLA student. She states that studies reveal that dieting is actually a consistent predictor of future weight gain. And she was doing a really big research, and it's crazy that to see a diet is actually making you more bigger in the long run, because it is not something you change right now. And then the last problem that the last trap that many people fall into, and you may remember my last speech, how I talked about how social media can destroy or damage your self-image, is now you started your meal plan, now you started your workout plan, and all of a sudden you see yourself and you're like, damn, I don't look like those people on Instagram, they have like six-pack all around the year. I want to show you something, and I tried out for today's speech. I took a picture on the same day, different lighting, and again, I ate a Domino's pizza on one of those pictures. So that is the same day. It's crazy. It looks like I've been working on for like a few months right there. But it's just different day, different lighting, and just preparing myself a little bit. Which brings me to my last point of today, actual solutions. So to get into actual solutions, the most important things is realizing that the first step getting into an active lifestyle is realizing. What do I mean with that? It is, and I found this very interesting, statistics shown, or the Medical Library for Medicine states that numerous reports cite that 50% of people who start an exercise program will drop out within the first 6 months. And we can see this here. So here, Planet Fitness, Anytime, Gold's Gym, all of the ones you know, and after 6 months, bam, they're all dropping out. So, coming to the solution should not be for you to choose a meal plan, choose some kind of diet. No, let me give you some advice on what I think would actually help, and that's changing your mindset. There's a few advice right here from someone that's been doing it for a little while. Never stop believing in yourself. That's my #1 rule. You can do it. Follow a program that actually is motivating you and that you like. You go to the gym, or you go do your homework and you're like, hell yeah, that's so much fun, or like I like eating that food. Remember, it's always okay to fail, but it's more important to get back up and kick ass. Take progress pictures. You guys will be insane. It's insane to see what you could do in 2 weeks. And like, oh, that's me. Instead of just looking at the mirror and then going on your phone and seeing those Instagram pictures. Just maybe start your journey with a friend. It's motivating training together. Do not put too much pressure on yourself. And what I mean with that is, imagine you, from let's say 60 days in 1 year, you've been drinking, partying, eating In-N-Out burger, whatsoever. You should keep doing that. That's great because it's good for your mental health. But see the big picture. 300 of those days, you still kicked ass in the gym. So you did a great job. It's okay to not always, do some exceptions. So for me, my tip and the first step into getting a healthy lifestyle, see the big picture. And now that's just some short things. I don't want to get too much into it. I wrote a little workout plan, so you could maybe take a picture of it, or you come up to me later. I don't know, one step to getting into that. And my last thing I want to talk about is, I want to show you an example. For today, I wrote a meal plan. And I know a lot of numbers, it sounds all really confusing, but I want to give you an example of how a funny like a meal plan could look like. You see here, instead of writing like, oh, what you have to eat, I said just meat, 1 cup of root vegetables, 2 cups of green vegetables. So that means instead of some guy telling you have to eat rice and chicken every day to get a 6-pack, hell no, you just portion your size. So you take 2 cups of green vegetables. This could be anything, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, whatever. You could eat any kind of root vegetables, and your meals could look like all over the place, like a nice burger with like some lettuce on top or whatever. It's up to you. So those were like my tips for a meal plan. Coming to a conclusion for today's speech is, let's state again, living an active and eating a well-rounded diet will increase your overall health and your happiness. We've learned today that there are a lot of excuses out there not to go to the gym, but you've also seen that it can actually be negatively for your health to not exercise, at least a little bit. Then the reason why I showed you those 2 like failed attempts, what people, or like the traps that people trap into, sometimes it's not even your fault. Like it's you get motivated and other people take that motivation from you. So remember that. And lastly, we learned like a few attempts what you could do and some advice how to get into a healthy lifestyle. So to concluding this whole thing, you maybe remember at the very beginning that little guy that was leaning against the boat with too many Domino's pizzas. If I could do it and I could work out every single one